Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the that's the seventh here, eighth episode of the Basement Podcast. I'm your host, Thucydides, and joining me today are the wonderful Aquinas and Orwell. Here on the Basement Podcast, we're here to have some good times, hot takes, and just generally make fun of liberalism and culture from a conservative point of view. If you like what you're hearing, then you might as well subscribe to us on YouTube or Rumble. Those are the only places. So subscribe, do it, or I will find you. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing. You're the first person to ask me that. I'm
Wow.
touched. I'm touched.
Hooray.
Hooray. It's getting late, so let's just have a good time, eh? Let's do this.
For
Do
real.
this right. So the theme of today is true or false. Are these questions all true or false? I think so. Let me check. Yes, they are. The questions are actually true or false questions, unlike the scale of 1 to 10 episode. And I'm excited to get into it. Some of them are a little serious. Some of them are a little goofy. Most of them are a little goofy. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
So ready.
Okay, well, take your word for it. Question number 1. True or false, Windows is better than Mac?
True.
I'll go with true.
True. Let's go. 3 trues. Man, I gotta agree with you there. Windows is just good. It's not perfect. You know, it's beautifully flawed.
I find that Mac is more multi-purpose multi-purpose, and then Windows, you can get more specific with it.
Mm. Can we all agree though? Chromebooks are garbage.
I mean, I have one.
Get off the show.
It's just because I haven't gotten another one, because I got it years ago.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That is the thing with Chromebooks, is they kind of they don't have much in the way of updates or hardware, so they kind of just run for a little while. That is nice. Okay. Question number 2: true or false, Justin Trudeau? This is how a good question start. True or false, Justin Trudeau is the son of Fidel Castro?
True.
I've seen some good arguments.
I have as well. Apparently Mrs. Trudeau was in Cuba around about 9 months before Justin was born. You never know.
You got to agree. Justin Trudeau and Fidel Castro, they have some similar tendencies, inherited. Similar.
Right.
They do have similar looks to some degree.
Not to mention,
I totally believe
it. Not to mention, they're both dictators.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, because
wasn't
Pierre Elliott Trudeau 20 years older than what's Mrs. Trudeau's name? Justin. I'm gonna do this in incognito. I don't wanna leave Justin Trudeau mom in my search history.
Oh no.
Margaret. It is Margaret. Oh, she's only 75.
75?
How old was Margaret?
Is that younger or older than Joe Biden?
I think that's younger than Biden.
Younger. Yeah.
True.
That is tough.
84. Wait, remember she was born in 48. Pierre Elliott Trudeau was born in... Where's his birthday? 1919. Holy crap.
You're Trudeau. Whoa.
Wait.
Whoa.
Wait.
1948 minus 1919. He was 29 years older than her. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Wait, hold on. When was Fidel Castro born? He was born in oh, it doesn't say. He was born in born. This is just all his office. Oh, here we go. Born 26. Okay, so he's 7 years younger than Pierre. Interesting. You know, that kind of makes sense. Maybe Margaret was like, ooh, a little younger. Also Cuba, you know.
I personally believe all of the conspiracy theories about Justin Trudeau. I believe, there's one about that his brother didn't die in the landslide, that it was like actually it was intentional, like they murdered him. That one's, I believe. There's also one, I don't know if you know the Robert Pickton case. It was like a serial killer. They believe that Justin Trudeau was involved in that as well. So I believe all of them. Like, throw me a conspiracy theory with Justin Trudeau, I will believe it.
That's actually not a bad way to live, because it's starting to seem like if there is a conspiracy theory with Justin Trudeau on it, it's probably true. I mean, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I heard a conspiracy theory where he forcefully replaced the governor general, something like that, over some like money thing with some engineering company. I don't know how true that is, but it might be true now.
It's true.
Good to know. I mean, hey, that's just how it is. Okay, next question. Ooh, this one's a little spicy. True or false? You cannot be racist to white people. It's a very telling pause.
No, I'm just trying to figure out which one means what. Like which.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yep. Cannot.
You can be racist to all races, because the definition of racism is treating them poorly and differently for that race, and it is applicable to white people as much as to black people. So that's either true or false.
I think what you have just said is true. And that is probably the most succinct explanation of like why reverse racism isn't a thing. Because wait, hold on. No, reverse racism doesn't make sense, because it's just racism to be racist.
I mean,
to white people.
If you call it reverse black people racism, then it is true.
Wait, but is white the opposite of black? Because there's other races.
I mean, as a color, white is the opposite of black.
Right, fair enough. But it's like pink and brown.
I'm just trying to process this. Because I agree with what you said, but I'm just like, we're still trying to get the cogs turning up here.
Oh, fair enough. It's late. It is after 10 p.m. We're all old. Yeah. Okay, well, we look at us, the Basement Podcast, Aquinas solving racism.
Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray! I'm too tired for this. Should we move on to the next question, or do we want to talk about racism?
I think Aquinas just summed up racism. As much as you can do with racism, she racismed it in a non-racist way. So maybe let's move on.
Yeah.
We've unracist. Number 4, true or false? COVID is the deadliest virus known to man.
False.
That was confident. Orwell?
Yeah.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
I like where you're coming from. I don't know what your points are, but
Yeah,
I
what is
agree.
your rationale?
You know, gotta go protect yourself. Go stick those mRNA vaccines in your body.
They make you
Be
stronger.
safe. They make you stronger. They make you fitter. They don't decrease your fertility. You're gonna be great. You're gonna be a
You will
better
not
person.
collapse on just randomly. Just to be
Nope.
clear.
Also recommend wearing 3 masks on top of one another, and having portable hand sanitizer with you wherever you go, and using it every 12 seconds.
That's fair.
12 seconds.
That's good. That's just, most people aren't that bold, but also most people don't take their health that seriously, apparently. Another
Health
thing I
is
should mention.
everything.
Another thing I should mention. If you have somebody that breathes, like in your general vicinity, you are allowed to hurt them because if they're not
It's
breathing,
true.
they can't get you sick.
Fair enough.
Look at us go, solving health. Wow, we're on a roll here. We solved 2 things today.
Absolutely.
We're doing great. This next one is a little specific. True or false? All Mennonites are related. We're hearing a lot of laughing, but not a lot of true or falsing.
You're gonna have to explain to me what Mennonites are, because the term sounds familiar.
So
But
Mennonites. Let me pull up the Wikipedia article. I should know this, but so Mennonites are like a religious sect, religious group, that split off from the mainline church in like Eastern Europe, um, because of a guy named Menno Simons, and he was like, "Oh, actually, I think the church is wrong. I think the Catholics are a little off." Um, and so he split off and took a bunch of people with him, and they called themselves the Mennonites. And then the Catholics were like, "Whoa!" They were not thrilled about that. Um, and they were like all a bunch of pacifists, which meant the government also wasn't a huge fan of them. Also, Russia hated these guys. But then, because of all that persecution in like Europe, they kind of just exploded, and they're absolutely everywhere now. It's like there's a lot of Mennonites in like South America, which is kind of wild. There's also a lot of Mennonites in Canada and the U.S., and they all manifest differently. Like U.S. Mennonites are quite traditional, whereas the Canadian Mennonites that are less traditional. And I don't know anything about the Mennonites in um, South America, but there's like a lot of Mennonites in Paraguay apparently, and Africa. A lot of Mennonites in Africa. Holy! But
That was just the most amazing explanation of Mennonites I've ever heard.
thank you.
Very succinct. Very succinct.
definitely.
Um,
I mean, if there's that many of them, they can't all be related.
It's hard to know though, because there wasn't that many to start with. Apparently, there's 2 million. I don't know. It doesn't say anything
Impressive.
about Menno Simons. This is like the 1400s, by the way. This is old. So I'm kind of just like browsing this Wikipedia page on Mennonites. I
So
know,
if they
yeah,
started in the 1400s, then surely at some point during their spread across the entire world, there would have been some mixing in of other people, which would make
yeah.
it so that not all of them are related.
But how did the other people get mixed in? I don't know.
Just
All I know is
mingling, I
that
guess.
I've met some Mennonite people, and turns out we're sixth cousins.
I experience this a lot with Mennonites. So many Mennonites seem to be related to one another, and it does slightly freak me out.
It's a little weird.
Because there are all these families. They're all different families, but they're not. and it's a little hard to get your head wrapped around.
We all have like a
Um,
great grandfather in common or something. There was a book. It's not a very big, like a very popular book. But somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows like my grandfather wrote the book, and it's like a whole bunch of Mennonites in like part of Canada, and I'm in the book. And it turns out I'm related to a lot of people.
You're
ooh.
in a book?
I'm in a book. It says right there, Thucydides,
Huh.
because that's my actual name. What a great name,
Oh.
right? I know my parents love me. But you know what? If you guys can't answer, I will answer. True, all Mennonites are related somehow. There's a cousin somewhere, which also means that if a Mennonite person ever meets another Mennonite person, there's a little bit of romance. Can't do it. You're related.
I
That
mean,
actually has
if you
gotten
really think back to it, sorry, if you really think back to it, you believe in the idea of Adam and Eve, technically, we're all
technically,
related.
but that's a lot
But
less
I think
close than
Mennonites,
sixth cousins.
yeah, I think Mennonites sort of took the closely related to a new level.
It's tight. That actually has saved me. The whole cousins thing, it has saved me before. Someone you're not interested in, but they're interested in you. It's like, oh, sorry, we're cousins. Can't do it. True or false? Question number 6. True or false? Disney is still entertaining. Ooh. If you subscribe to Disney
What do you
Plus,
think,
you're off the
Orwell?
show.
Disney is still. I haven't watched any Disney stuff since I was like 8, maybe. So I can't really comment on that.
Yeah, that's
Because I feel
actually
like
the
I'm
same
not up
with
to
me.
date. I'm not up to date with sort of the woke exponential expansion of the Disney world, so
But that's also because you're not up
it
to date
probably
with the
isn't.
Disney World.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm assuming it is. I'm assuming it is not very funny or entertaining or whatever the question was. But, I'd hate to mislead people.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's good. That is that's I appreciate your commitment to integrity journalistically.
Thank you.
From what
Yes.
I have seen of new Disney, it's garbage. I've kind of given up watching like a lot of stuff that comes out of like North America because unless it's Lady Ballers by the Daily Wire, it's probably not that good. But the Brits though, the British and the Australians make some funny content.
The British, this is my hot take, they just have a better level of humor.
It's no,
And I
you're
think
you're
some people,
completely right.
yeah, some people from other countries can sort of emulate it to some degree. But like there's just something in those genetics. Something that just better. Just better in humor,
Yeah, but then you have like Australians and South Africans, which are like British humor but crass to 1,000.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
Which is funny in a different way.
it's funny. It is same funny but also different. And then you have Canadian humor is kind of the same as American humor but drier. Like Americans don't get Canadian humor. Not all. Well,
I
some
would
they
also
get
say
some,
mm,
but like you have like
I would say
funny
most
Canadians.
Canadians, yeah. I don't know.
But like a
I
show
don't
like
think the
Corner
Canadians
Gas,
get a lot of other humor.
mm-hmm. A show like Corner
Corner
Gas is very
gas.
Canadian,
Yeah.
but Americans don't get it. Or like the old Rick Mercer report on CBC, Last Good Thing on CBC. That's not true. I like Marketplace. But Rick Mercer report, Americans just don't find it funny, but Canadians are dying when they watch that. But yeah, interesting. We just solved humor, guys. We're 3 for 6. We're batting
We're just
500.
solving everything today.
We're solving everything. Yeah, we solved racism. We solved Disney. Health. You're right. We did solve health. Sweet. Cool. Question number 7. I'm excited for this one. True or false? Well, what is it? True or false?
Just true or false?
Yeah. So it's a simple
It's
question,
true.
guys. Oh,
It's true.
What is true or false?
exactly. True or false?
I'll go with the crowd and say true.
I love how the crowd is Orwell.
Yeah.
No, good
I
choice
speak
though.
for everyone.
True, not to get philosophical on this, but truth is always better. In fact, in the words of a great poet and leader, truth, we choose truth over facts. If you can name the poet, let me know. Comment down below who that quote is by. Or just listen to what Orwell and Aquinas are about to say. You guys know who said that quote? It's a very important quote by one of the most powerful people in the world. Joe Biden.
Fantastic. I don't follow him very much, so
Who does, honestly?
that is a certainly interesting. That's a solid quote. I'm sure it's I'm sure it's surrounded by equally articulate statements.
Mm-hmm. It was this whole speech he was doing in like 2018, where he was going like, "We choose hope over fear, and we choose truth over facts," and people are like, "What? That's the same."
I wonder if there is
Joe.
something. Yeah, I wonder if there's something you could sort of glean from that. We choose truth over. I really don't think there is.
Yeah. Well, because like facts don't care about your feelings, but also your feelings are now your truth.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So how does that?
Man, Joe Biden he basically said facts don't have any bearing on your feelings. In that case, I choose facts over truth, but
Isn't he saying facts over truth? If
he's
facts
saying truth
don't
over
care about your
facts, I
feelings,
think.
he's saying,
If I recall correctly, he's saying we choose truth over fact.
Okay, so he says we choose truth over facts, but if facts don't care about your feelings and feelings are your truth.
We should make this like math equation.
Yeah,
Truth
just write it
is greater
aloud.
than facts, but facts do not equal feelings.
Or do facts cancel out feelings because they don't care about them?
Oh yeah. So hang on. Let me get Microsoft Paint up here. I might just this might go on the show. This might be I know I don't put video on the podcast, but I might. Okay, wait, hang on. Should I screen share this?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Share Paint. Go live. All right. So, Joe Biden has said we choose truth. We'll make T. Oh, this needs to be bigger. T is greater than F. But facts don't care about feelings. Which means
Okay, could we write truth divided by facts? That help us?
Oh, true. Yeah, truth over facts,
Oh, so it's a fraction. I see. Truth over facts, but facts don't care about your feelings, which means
Truth over don't care about your feelings.
greater. Are facts more important than your feelings?
If feelings are the
Yes.
opposite of facts, then
Oh,
truth,
feelings.
the reciprocal of that, would
Um,
be feelings over truth.
mhm. Right. Okay. Um, so if that is feelings, that
Truth
means
equals truth over feelings.
hmm,
Maybe?
truth
Whoa, it's been a
equals
while since I did.
truth over feelings.
Truth equals 1 over feeling. Truth over 1 over feelings. So feelings over truth?
Let me get the eraser. Oh no, no. Uh, oh, yeah, that was a mistake. That was. How do I? We're just gonna write this somewhere else.
What if F is equal to negative FE?
F.
Because facts don't
Ooh.
care about your feelings.
Oh, right. Negative feelings. And so but truth is over fact. Which means truth. Well, so what is truth?
Over
What is truth?
negative FE. Truth over negative FE.
Truth. So truth over facts equals feelings? Wait, but then that would mean truth over negative facts equals feelings. Right? I bombed math, so I maybe shouldn't
Truth,
be the right person to do this.
if truth is over facts, and you're trying to get what truth is equal to, so if you're isolating truth, then you would move facts over.
Oh, right. So
But
facts.
alternatively, you could be moving negative FE over, because F
Truth
is
is
equal to
negative
negative FE.
feelings. Whoa.
Truth is negative feelings. Oh, I'll take your word for it. Truth is negative.
I'm not sure.
I fact checked. Yeah.
You fact checked? Okay, yeah. And I feel like this is right. So well, that means I'm wrong because truth is negative feelings.
So what are we saying?
Or-
Truth is the opposite of feelings?
We feel opposite to the truth. Which, if you think about it, kind of makes sense.
That
because
means
it said, like, the Bible is written in such a way, the truth of the Bible is contrary to what we as humans want. And so,
so it all works
the
out.
truth, which is the Bible is truth, is contrary to what we feel and what we want as humans.
Look at us
This
go.
is so good.
We
That
all
makes so
just
much
came.
sense.
So if Bible B equals T, that means the Bible equals opposite of feelings,
There we go.
which means our feelings, FE, does not equal Bible. So because we feel something doesn't mean it's biblical. Someone send this to Joel Osteen, guys. Holy. Guys, we just solved religion. We're
Yep,
four
we just
for
solved Bible
we're 4 for
interpretation.
7. Holy cow. That was like the dumb question, and now that was like the dumb goofy question, and that just turned into the most incredible math equation I've ever seen.
It's like Proverbs 3:5. This is what I'm thinking. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding.
You're
Bible
right.
equals negative.
Exactly.
The Bible, which is truth, attests to negative feelings. Wow. Holy guys, we're solving religion.
This
And
is
that
the
comes from
episode
Joe
where we
Biden.
solve everything.
And yeah, Joe Biden solved religion. Wow.
And he didn't know it. We didn't know it. No one knew it.
No one
I'd like
knew.
to think
This is amazing
that
breakthrough.
he gave us the raw materials, and then we put in the work
Mhm.
to figure this out.
We
Joe
should start
Biden.
doing
And
this
solve
with
it.
Kamala Harris, because maybe we'd be able to like understand more of her if we started using her words as math.
I think you're right. We should
Exactly.
do an episode that's just mathing Kamala Harris.
I
Yeah,
will
just
do this.
all her statements.
Okay. Speaking of Joe Biden, question number 8. Joe Biden is the best president of all time. True or false?
I would say that he is the funniest,
The funniest.
but
Okay.
I don't believe that he could be called the best.
Yeah, that's
Alternatively, you could say that he was so good that dead people voted for him. So he must be pretty good.
That's true. People came back to life just to vote for him. So maybe you're right.
He awoke people from the grave to vote for him. Like that is power.
That is majestic. That is power.
I've never heard anyone call Joe Biden majestic.
He's a majestic man. He is a majestic man.
All right.
I don't know to think about that. True or false? The liberals are pro death penalty. This is a weird one.
True. No.
Liberals are pro death penalty. True or false?
See, I think they're not, but it doesn't make sense to me.
It's
Because I see a lot of liberals being like very in favor of not punishing people for their crimes. Actually. And they're sort of all like, oh, feelings, da, 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 and stuff like that. So they're sort of like the hippie types. A lot of them, not all of them. So I would assume that they're not in favor of the death penalty. But then you think about everything else and it's like, oh wait, but that's not working quite right. Because like if you're sort of pro-choice, pro-abortion, then like how is this
I suppose
how
it's
is this
cognitive
connected?
dissonance.
That thing, yep. Yes.
Yeah, because like on one hand it's like, oh, don't kill criminals, but on the other hand, oh, kill babies. Guys, we just solved abortion. Wait, no, we didn't.
I mean, we solved
We could.
something.
We
Liberals.
solved
Liberals'
cognitive
opinion on
dissonance.
Death. This is a genuine question I have. Are liberals in favor of MAID? Because I feel like they never talk about it. I feel like MAID just exists, and liberals pretend it doesn't. Or maybe maybe I'm just on the wrong side of the internet.
I think they have to be because so many conservatives are against it.
I'm actually not sure.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to look at it because it's like, we always talk about like abortion, but also like they're just killing old people too. The only people that are safe are the people between the ages of 18 and 40 or 50. Meaning
There's certainly people in favor of MAID, but I've actually never considered if they are liberal or conservative.
Yeah.
I feel
I mean, I
like
feel like I
MAID is
hear
sort of
so
an
many
interesting
conservatives
Yeah.
talking about how bad it is.
That wasn't even the question. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I mean, that's a totally fair one to ask, though. Wow. Yeah,
Interesting.
Our liberal, because liberals, typically are the non pro death penalty, but they don't mind killing the most vulnerable people. It's like some sort of weird, messed up survival of the fittest. Maybe the basement tackles death penalty a different day.
I think that comes in new topic.
Maybe we do an episode that we actually record it in like the middle of the day when we're mentally, prepared and not super tired.
Then we can think about death more betterly.
More adequately.
And with math. Okay, last question. Guys, we did it. We made it to the end of episode 8.
Fantastic.
Wow. True or false? The Basement podcast is the best podcast of all time.
True. Subscribe today.
I actually have a reason for calling this true, because I'm not the kind of person who listens to podcasts because I can never pay attention to them, and my mind will wander after 1 minute of listening. But, I just put on Basement, and I can actually pay attention to it.
Wow. Look at us go. We solved podcasts, guys.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's a good. We should celebrate. We should celebrate by someday recording the 9th episode.
Or you, our viewers, our listeners, could celebrate with us by subscribing.
By smashing the subscribe button and sharing all of our clips on Reddit. We should target Reddit.
On Reddit.
We should get. I know Lewis has Reddit. We should just get Lewis to just post clips on Reddit. I don't know.
Reddit is too good.
In what way?
Reddit's just where everything happens. Like, if you want to learn something, but actually not be sure if you've learned it, go to Reddit.
Fair enough. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like I always think of Reddit as just the cesspool of the internet, because it's like maximum, and it's like Twitter, but there's no limit to how much you can say. And so you can and there's just unadulterated, just people being absolute jerks and totally getting away with it.
It's absolute chaos. It's like, I think of it as playground chaos. Yeah. Like kids who get into fights, but there's no parents to monitor them.
Overgrown children.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, Reddit. What a bunch of weirdos. And on that note, it's time to end the Basement Podcast, episode 8. If you guys enjoyed this episode, which you should have, because if you didn't, you watched the wrong episode. Watch more Basement so that you can actually like us. Subscribe again.
Watch
share.
the episodes that were... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Watch the episodes that were recorded during the day and not at 10 o'clock.
That's none of the episodes.
That's unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure we've recorded every single episode 9 p.m. or later. No, we did one at 6. We did one at 6 o'clock. That was the Christmas episode and the other episode. Wait, which one was it? It was your favorite blank. 3 and 4 were recorded in the afternoon. Early evening. Perfect. Go watch those. We're a little... Actually, Major in episode 4 was just popping off. He was hitting clips left and right. Wow, guys, we got 40 minutes into this episode. Look at us go. Anyway, subscribe. See you guys in the next episode. Bye.